Hello beauties! Long time no skincare and long time no skincare at home. So if you guys ever wonder, Fel and Ro try so many products all the time. What do they really like? What are they actually using on their days off after a long night when their skin is glistening from the oils and they want to take off the day's grime? Today you're in for a treat because we're gonna show you the routine that we use when we're not trying a bunch of products.
These days are really few and far in between because it doesn't come around much. So we'll just share with you guys what we normally go with. And it's kind of like a nighttime routine, right? So we'll go through all our rituals. Shall we get started?
Let's do it!
Okay. So the first thing I do is grab like one of our headbands or anything like that. I've been using this thing.
Oh, so cute.
Which is very pretty because it's got a dedicated hair wrap section. And it's like kind of mentally preparing yourself for a very good session.
Yes.
Session commences.
What cleansers have you been loving and using and just soaking yourself in?
I have been using these two all the time. So Wind is like my ultimate favorite. Their Oasis Fresh Dissolving Cleanser. It was the first second it like touched my face, I was like, you're it! I found you! It just smells so good and you can use it as a dry cleanse. So anyway, this is really good. And then for days that I have makeup or sunscreen and stuff, I've been using the ginseng cleansing oil. It smells a little bit like ginseng. It's not really strong like the cream that we use. But yeah, it's like really lightweight and it takes off all my makeup. What about you? While I go ahead and do that.
Well, let me just say I've been trying a bunch of different cleansers. I tried the Oasis, the Wind Oasis, because you raved about it. But I think like for my personal taste, it's a bit sticky. Whenever I use it, it's just like it doesn't glide as smoothly as an oil. I know it's not supposed to be like an oil, right? Because it's like you're also supposed to dry cleanse. So I tried that. I think Coco Kind has this like oil to like milk cleanser that I'll like pop up on screen with B-roll. I tried that as well and tried a bunch of other stuff and nothing just hits the same as, you know, some of your tried and true, which is, you know, good old Crave Beauty. So the Makeup Rewind I've talked about recently, this is seriously just like the best design, like the user experience designed product, like oil cleanser I've ever used. It does an amazing job taking off like the most stubborn makeup, and then it also just smells absolutely divine. And of course the matcha hemp hydrating cleanser, this is like an OG. This is kind of what put Beauty Within on the map, or like when we, you know, first popped into your guys' world. So both of these together, I honestly, whenever I'm using this, if I don't feel too oily or too, you know, dirty, like I'll just do an oil cleanse and leave it as that. Rarely would I do double cleanse. It's only when I'm like, oh my god, I feel like I really need to, or like if I'm very excited to wash my face, I'll do both. But on days that I don't wear makeup, I'll just also use this. I think I use this, the matcha hemp hydrating cleanser. It's more like in the morning if I want to wash my face.
Yeah, some people also ask, do you double cleanse when you don't have any makeup on? It's like, no, you don't really need to double cleanse because the point is to like dissolve that oil makeup or like oily sunscreen. So you don't need to, but can you? Yes, if you enjoy it.
If it sparks
joy. Do what
joy.
makes you happy.
Do what? I think, yeah, that's what skincare is truly all about. And the trick with oil cleansers is lukewarm water.
Yes.
A little preview of upcoming content. Here's my basket full of devices. Bella and I are gonna do 30 days of devices. Okay, very exciting.
Today we have a very exciting surprise for you guys.
Welcome to our Beauty Within shop!
Reason why we decided to do this was because through our videos, you guys come to us to learn about products, you know, the key ingredients, what skin types certain products work for. And we thought, why don't we combine our favorite brands, ones that we've been talking about for years now.
If Fel and I turned into a shop, this would be it.
This is us.
This is just everything that we love.
And also, we highly encourage you guys to leave reviews on the product so that other people can read it and also learn from your experiences, your thoughts, and all of that, so we can build on the community further. Yeah, that's about it.
Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and start my routine slowly because my skin's about to fall off. So I'm still using Solasu's First Care Activating Serum. It's very well loved. I'm almost at the end of my bottle as well. I just still think Solasu as a brand, they're geniuses. I mean, clearly they're very innovative. They've been around for so long. How this works is basically like the very first step of your skincare routine. Even though it kind of feels like a serum and it kind of looks like a serum, it's supposed to be the very first thing you put on your skin so that all the products you apply after will absorb better.
So the first thing that I am always so excited to use is the Quarterly Beauty Elixir. It's just like so sensational. It is so calming. It is so soothing. It's got a bunch of different essential oils and you can use it like in different ways, but I don't use it as a toner. I use it as just that first step of mood, you know? It's like a little bit hydrating.
Yes.
It's like really nice, but you know what I mean? It's got that slightly fresh and minty feel, nothing crazy. So that kind of just sets the tone. I remember when we went to the Quarterly, you can, the spa, the esthetician was saying like it has anti-inflammatory, antibacterial properties, and so it's just so good. She was using it throughout the whole spa and it's just like insane. Everyone that I've sprayed this on is just like, wow, like my mom, my sister, even my dad.
Aww.
So
oh yeah,
yes.
your whole family was just here.
I know, they got like a full-on
Facial
they
every
walked
night.
away with basically a Sephora gift pack.
Aww.
You guys know how I really love toners, so I always do this kind of toner sandwich, which is starting off with some sort of spray. This isn't the only one, I have a bunch, but for this video we picked one. And I'll go in with this. I just have, like, ever since we first tried the Mixsoon essences, I've just like fallen in love with their consistency. It's like lightweight but a little bit oily. Like, I don't even know how to describe it. It's like silky, watery oil. So I finished the Lotus Essence. I haven't gotten another one yet, but that one's probably my favorite. I'm now using the Panax Ginseng Root Essence one. And if you guys haven't like heard of us talk about it, it's basically they use fermented ingredients throughout all their lines. So they break down the lotus ingredient or they break down the Panax Ginseng root, and it's just like 72 hours of fermentation. So it's a bit like the Amore Pacific one as well, but
Vintage
I don't know, it hits.
Extract.
Yeah, that one's really good, really hydrating, but I find this one is more, it leaves like this oil, it's like slightly oily. It's like oilier than the Amore Pacific.
Nourishing finish.
But when I want some sort of like to attack specific skin concerns, then I'll use either the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Breakout or the Dr. Wu Mandelic Renewal Serum. So this one's for hyperpigmentation and this one's for active breakouts. So it kind of depends on, you know, reading your skin every day and seeing what it needs. Did you do serum?
I did everything already, but following the First Care Activating Serum, I was using the Caudalie, oh, the raisin. I'm sorry, that was so bad. It's just the grape water. I'm gonna cancel myself. So it soothes, moisturizes, and there's antioxidants, perfect for sensitive skin. They're filled with water. They have 20 times more vitamin C and also 50 times more vitamin E when consumed. So it's not just jam-packed with antioxidants, it's still like super, it's just like, it's like a super fruit. And the way that I kind of think about this is like an elevated version of your thermal spring waters. I remember like ages ago, I shared, I think in a previous video too, where New York City water, especially, I think like a lot of cities around the world, it's like quite harsh. even like just like the tap water. So what is a good thing to do is to first spray your face with some sort of like thermal water mist or even like this grape water mist to kind of like rebalance the pH before you go into your skincare. Following the spray or the mist is like my treatment step. And the two that I've been using the most is two like very tried and true again. This is the Medicube Deep Vita C Ampoule 13.5%. I just find like for my fair skin, that freckles and you know like sun damage, this just works the best. I went through one full bottle already and I already feel my skin, like the pigmentations like significantly lighten. And also my pores are getting out of control. So the Paula's Choice BHA 2% has been a lifesaver, and I'll use these two interchangeably. Basically, like irregardless of these two products, I'm just looking for things that have brightening or like vitamin C and something with BHA. So now that I finished this, I've been like chopping and changing with the green tangerine vitamin C dark spot serum from Goodle. I've been trying Sulwhasu's concentrated ginseng because ginseng, it also has a lot of brightening properties on top of like a lot of other benefits. Also would swap in like the Caudalie Vino Pure Skin Perfecting Serum. This is great for pores. So this is just like how I think about the treatment step.
And then we have moisturizer. Yes. Moisturizer is also now this year became one of my favorite like steps of the routine, because it was always just gel, right? I always wanted to find the perfect gel, but now it's like my skin is not as oily, it's balanced itself out, probably like lifestyle and age changes. So I use all the creams that Ro uses, you know, for her dry skin.
Welcome to the
club. So we're gonna be talking. Yeah, so we're going to be talking about these three. Ro and I have been using the new Peach and Lily.
Oh my goodness.
This is the Peptide Pro Firming Moisturizer.
It is amazing.
So she doesn't have it with her, but it is blue like this because the peptides come in a blue shade in their like natural form, right? Or something.
So I left mine with my mother, but before giving it to my mother, I used it for 2 weeks exclusively. And guys, it's seriously like, it's my favorite moisturizer at the moment. And it might be my favorite.
It's really good.
Yeah, it's my favorite moisturizer of 2022. I think Alicia just does such an amazing job with formulating all of her products. It's all so thoughtful. And the story that went on behind creating this moisturizer is so sweet. It was one day her mom went up to her and asked like, hey, how come my cream, my like very expensive, very usually effective cream isn't working? And so Alicia asked her mom's like, hey, can I see the rest of your routine? Because this cream is really nice. And she found that because her mom recently ran out of one of Alicia's toners and she didn't want to bother her own daughter who owns a skincare brand to ask for more, she just wasn't using an essence in her skincare. So what Alicia told her mom was that your skin first needs to be hydrated for the cream to actually do its job. Because if some part of your skin is, you know, the skin barrier is damaged or it just isn't properly hydrated, the cream will basically just help with that. It won't really give you that like glow and that, you know, all the good stuff that you want. All that is just to say a cream on its own is just a cream. But what she did was she formulated, it was anti-aging, it was hydrating,
and lifting.
For her to actually create the cream of her dreams, and seeing like the clinicals of how it has positively like changed people's like crow's feet, and then like the texture, the color, like subtly brightening is just, because another thing with creams, especially like anti-aging creams, is that they're really thick and they can be very suffocating. But this cream is like super lightweight to the point that when I first put it on my skin, I was like, there's no way. Like this is impossible for it to be like hydrating and nourishing, all these things. But guys, it is. It is all of that.
You don't have to be hesitant on Peach and Lily products because Alicia got you. Especially if you have sensitive skin.
Yeah, and the last thing I will say is that because it has still been quite hot and humid, almost every single moisturizer I use, even the one I just used that I'll share in a little, it still leaves my skin feeling a bit oily. But the Peach and Lily's pro-peptide. Like you can slather on a bunch, go to sleep, wake up, and your skin's like perfect.
So anyway, apart from that one, the one that I'm like almost done with that I use almost every other day is still the Salwa concentrated ginseng. Like, I just love the consistency. Going back to, you know, the sensorial experience, the smell really does smell like ginseng. It's probably one of the most potent smelling ginseng skincare products, but like, I don't mind it one bit. Like, the consistency is just unmatched. And I still have that same feeling that it's just clarifying. There is a tiny bit of salicylic acid in there. I don't know if that is what helps it, but they don't advertise that or market it. The main thing is this kind of like firming ginseng ingredient, and they use, you know, the best ginseng in there. Funny story, my stepmom didn't even know that we ever like did a collaboration on Salwa, and my dad was telling me, oh, your stepmom's been like going to the store and each day she's just been like trying on the same cream just to get it because she likes it. And then I'm like, what is this cream? And then he showed me, and it's like, oh, this one that smells like, you know, yansam, which is ginseng. And I'm like, what? And then I go to my stash and I'm like, is it this one? And he's like, yeah, but it doesn't look like that. It's because it's like she got the tiny little tester. Aww. And like she's like savoring it so much. And I was like, oh my God, like I have an extra, like take it. So I gave it to my dad to give to her, and she just sent me a message. It was like, look at the little one with the big one you gave me. And I was like, oh, this is so cute. You just wouldn't think that it works for you because you might think at the beginning it's too rich, it's too thick or whatever, but you can actually just control the dosage and it will work. Like, it is so good. It makes my skin, yeah. So I have been loving this, and this is the classic one, which is the thicker one versus the gel. So if you want a little bit lighter, they have the gel, but I don't know why, but I prefer this one. And then I've just been using an eye cream every night because at night I have the time and I feel like it is my self-care, and there's no better way to self-care than with this Dr. Surical like propolis eye cream with the little metal thing. It's so nice. I really feel like I am looking after my soul when I'm like massaging this under my eye, and it's cool. You don't have to like put it into the fridge because, you know, just the air will cool it. It's like weighted as well. And you guys know that the propolis from Dr. Surical, the ampule, has been my holy grail for like 3 to 4 years now. It changed my skin around, and this is just the eye cream of that line. And I've just been using this. It's got collagen, it's got vitamin E, it's got the propolis. So it's very soothing, calming, anti-inflammatory, and it just plumps up my eye area, which I can see is starting to just like, I don't have puffy eyes, but I have dry under eyes. And if I don't look after it, when I put concealer under there, it will sink into the lines. So yeah, just looking after these. Even if you don't see lines, preventative care, you know, skincare is all about prevention before actually needing to fix the problem.
Let me just show you a fun thing. I think you should have this too for your eyes. Sing! I feel like
oh
I'm
my
like
God, is that
Wonder
the
Woman
current body thing?
Yeah, there should be LED
Oh my God,
lights.
I just opened that yesterday and I'm like, what in the world? I was like, is this gonna make me blind with LED? But apparently not. It's got
and
like the full wavelength.
Yeah, and they give you the eye socket thing too, where you like tan yourself.
Okay, like I feel like I'm ready to go and save the world. Like shoot through these windows and just be
I'll
like,
be invincible.
Superhero! But we are doing a whole like, you know, tool thing, as Ro was saying. But I do want to mention that if you do like this consistency and you're into like fermented black tea, let me just come back real quick. This one is also really good. The Pyangkang Yul black tea enriched cream.
Yes.
This is so good. It's got a very similar like dense consistency. Yeah, without being oily, without being, you know, it's like silky rich. I think it's silky rich. So those two are very similar.
It's like
not
your
in
rapper
terms of
name.
ingredients. Yes. If I was a skincare name, silky rich.
Silky Rich with your current body eye mask.
Yeah. Oh my god. Silky Rich here to save your skin. Alright, guysies, good night. Even though it's like so light, this is New York still.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yay!